Hi there, this is Susan Block. I wanted to share with you today these earrings that I made with the new Tailored Expressions designer dangle kits. This is from the die set called Shape Shifters. It is probably my favorite, but I do love all three that they just released in March. I did just basic things that anyone can do, and then if you are a stamper, I used embossing powder on this. So let me just show you super simple what I did. These are from the leather kit that is like a teal and a couple of pinks and I call it eggplant. And all I did to make these two here was that I took a Sharpie. So nothing fancy. I have had these in my crafting stash for some time now. Any sort of permanent marker I'm sure would work, but it happens to be what I have. So I took my leather. I'll put a piece of paper down just so I don't get that dirty. And I just took my Sharpie and made an angle and just colored it in. That's all I did. I've tried using a ruler, but I didn't love every once in a while the Sharpie would kind of bleed underneath of it, and that could have just been me. So I found it was just better for me to go ahead and just draw a line. You can always add and go up, a little harder to undo and take away part of your line, but you can go up as high as you want. This was the silver, and then this up here was the gold I used for that one. So nothing special, and then all I did was take the other piece and lay it right next to, and that way I made sure my line was the same. So really nothing special, and I really love the way these gold and teal ones turned out, and crazy simple. How easy is that, right? And really lightweight. I like that too. I mean, for any of my earrings, I like them to be lightweight. So again, just pulled out a Sharpie marker. Really quick and easy. And then these, we'll slide those aside. These are very simple also. So I took that exact same die that I used for these and I cut out 2 sets. So I cut it out a total of 4 times because there's only one of the bar dies in the shape shifters, but I cut it out twice in this, I don't even know what it's called. It's like a bronze or a brass color with a crackle of black in the background. I just love it. And I cut that out twice, and then I cut these out twice, and I took a scissors, just a good sharp scissors, and I cut it at an angle. I did not, again, nothing special, just picked where I wanted it. Again, you can always go up, you can't add, so if you're debating how much you want, always be a little cautious on the front side, but I might take just a smidge more off. Go like that. And once I lay them on there, and I like roughly where that's at, I will take this one, and so that they match, and I like the angles going opposite of each other. That's just the way I like it. You could totally make them both go the same angle, but I like them to go like that. So I took the the one that I just cut and the other one, and lay them what I call right sides together. That's a fabric term, but the correct sides together, and then that way I can get the exact angle. And so this is the cut one, and I can cut right along that edge to make sure the other one matches. Sorry, I got a little fine hair there. So then those will go on my earrings just like that. And I do have a pliers just to show you really quick. The earring wires are super easy. I find any sort of pliers, if you got a needle nose plier or a flat nose plier, whatever you've got a hold of, use that. And again, I've told people before, don't pull open the circle. You want to pull the parts to go away from each other so you're not disrupting the circle. You always want to keep a circle going. And then slip them both on. And then I will bend that back, just right back. That way that circle is still there. Bend it right back to where you had it. And that would be those earrings. I really like this. It's in the new metallic craft leathers. I really like that one. It's really different, really cool. Then these I really like too. It just looks like they've been dipped. So I want to show you how to do that. So if you're a stamper or if you do crafts and you've embossed before, that's what I did for this. I just feel like it's a different, more bold and shiny, a little more finished look than the Sharpie, but whatever you have. So this is the Tailored Expressions gold embossing powder that I used for those. I'm going to show you, this is not quite the exact same pink, but basically the same out of the kit. And to get my lines the same, get whatever you have. If you have just grid mat or a piece of grid paper, this just happens to be wide line loose leaf paper that I took from my children's school stash, and took a little bit of purple tape, and I used that line. So I lined up the edge of where I've cut my die cut and lay whatever. This is purple tape. It's a temporary craft tape, so it releases easily, but you could use whatever you like. If you have some washi tape laying around, whatever you have laying around that you could grab quick to use. And then I just always make sure I press it down really good, right at that edge. And then I'll take scrap paper. I take a Versamark pad. It's a embossing pad. If you have an embossing pad or anything like that, that would work. But Versamark is a watermark pad, but you can also emboss with it. And then I just smush, nothing special, right at that opening. And then I always like to hold my paper up so that I don't have the back of that craft leather kind of has a fuzzy backing, just so that backing isn't getting full of embossing powder. So I always hold it and then shake it on, knock off what little bit I might have. And then again, as always, make sure your embossing tool is nice and hot before you take it to this. I won't bore you with or bother you with the noise of that. Put this out of the way. Again, that one was TE Silver. And I did one ahead of time. So as you emboss, the tape starts to peel. If you want it really thick, like I did with the gold ones, I did do a second layer of the Versamark and the embossing powder again. I like actually the one layer I did with this, I stopped because I kind of liked the texture coming through. I thought it really matched the earring well. So peel that up, my favorite part, the reveal. And that's what those earrings will look like. I really like that. I think that's really pretty. I also did one more that I haven't peeled up yet. It's a little more subtle, but I do really like it. It's some of the gold craft leather that they sold in their original kit, Tailored Expressions did. And I did this one with the silver TE embossing powder. I really think that's gonna be a go-to set for me. I really like that. So one other tip before I go, in case you're new to die cutting or just using this craft leather and these, I think they call them mixed media dies. They're black, they have a deeper cut edge. Always make sure that you clean out this hole that your earring wire will end up going through. Make sure you clean that out. Either grab a scissors or a craft pick, whatever you've got to clean that out, because the next time, being this craft leather is so thick, it really clogs that up and will make the next thing that you die cut it just won't cut as well. Sometimes it might not cut at all if you get a couple of them in there. So again, this is the new Shapeshifter dies from Tailored Expressions, and simple things that you can do to kind of jazz just the basic craft leather up. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.